I've never seen myself as a person prone to having panic attacks, and I have not ever had a panic attack. But a couple months ago, I came pretty close to, in how I see it, as losing control of myself, of full-on panic. And it was when one of the cats had gotten stuck somewhere and they were injured, and I was trying to, it was in that moment when they were stuck and I didn't know how to help them get out, that I started panicking. And my partner was there, and he helped keep everything, get everything back to, finding a practical solution. But what I found very interesting following that event, that moment of panic, is that it's quite easy for me to think back on it, reimagine it within myself, and recreate that panic. And it's almost like I feel like I could slip back into it so easily now, because I keep thinking about it and I keep remembering it and I keep going back into that experience. And it makes me wonder if this isn't how it goes for people who do have panic attacks regularly. If the source of that panic for people might be, maybe not in every case, but in some cases, maybe it's that remembering of that constant reliving of particular moments where they panicked. And instead of going, hey, whoa, let me rather not go down that road. I don't want to recreate that within myself. That's not what I want to participate in. They continue to go down the rabbit hole and think themselves and remember and imagine themselves into a full-blown panic. And it's almost like, because I've panicked once, now anything could happen. I could just slip back into it. It's like kind of thinking myself into this apparent weak state, and believing that I am now suddenly prone to panicking, when the case is that, no, I'm creating that within myself because that's what I keep thinking. It's the principle of what you give attention to is what you're going to create. So the more I think about that panic, the more I re-experience it and relive it, the more I become it, like a bigger part of me becomes that. So how I've been dealing with it is, when I start going to that space where I'm thinking about that moment and I'm reliving, and I start reliving it, I have to stop. So I stop myself, whether I tell myself, okay, I don't want to go there, or why am I going there? Sometimes it helps for me to ask a question of why am I doing this to myself? The moment has passed. The best I can do is learn from it and move forward and make sure something like that never happens again. But nothing will come from me punishing myself by reliving it the whole time. So yes, it does help to have that agreement and understanding with myself of, okay, now I see why I've been accessing that memory more. It's like a self-punishment. It's like a self-pity thing. Okay, all right, I know I don't want to live that. So now it's just a matter of stopping this new habit I've formed of reliving that moment of trauma and panic, and stopping this thought that I've been allowing of, now I'm going to be more prone to panic, and now my tolerance for trauma right now is too low. I can't take any more. I'm going to snap if something else happens. I'm going to lose control of myself again. It's going to happen any day now. All it's going to need is like one little thing. So when that thought starts, I remind myself, hold on, I know where this is going to lead. I know what I'm going to create within myself. That's not where I want to go. It's not what I want to create. It's not who I want to be. So stop the thought. For some people, it helps to have a commitment of a thought that they'll rather have instead. Like, I commit myself to breathing, slowing down, and taking things one step at a time, being practical, grounding myself. And maybe they'll have a practice of just taking a moment to breathe deeply for a few seconds and counting their breaths. That might be something that can help. I know that it's an exercise I've used many times, and it has helped me a great deal in moments of extreme emotional states. So don't go down that rabbit hole of reliving the experience. Don't participate in those thoughts and those self-definitions that now I've started coming up. And I think most importantly is, sorry, I hope the wind is not getting in the mic, but most importantly, it's forgiving ourselves. Let me try and just turn. Forgiving ourselves for whatever happened in that moment. Okay, I better stop the video now. Thanks for watching. You're going to see me next time.